Okay, so the way I'm going to have to do this, because it's going to be too long and it'll say, can I shorten it? And it'll get all fucked up. So I'm going to make this video. I'm going to put it on YouTube, but I'm going to mark it private so that only you can see it. I'll send you the link, or hear it rather. No one will see it or hear it. So yesterday, or today rather, when I get to work at 9 o'clock, Alan says, Lydia's on her way. And I'm like, holy shit, I got to get the chicken started. So I hit the corner and Gus and Robert are in some confrontation because Nan told Gus that Robert wrote a note back when Hannah worked there that said to watch Bosma, and he's all in Robert's face. Bosma told me this later, that this was all Nan that started this. And what Robert meant in that note was she was training Hannah, and he said, watch Bosma, watch how she makes the cookies, watch how she does this. They still have the note. Alan has it. And Robert, that's exactly what he meant. And Bosma saw it and went, oh, okay, I'm sorry. You know, so that's how it starts, with Nan stirring shit up. And I'm not even in the door yet. So I'm completely rattled by that because Robert is ready to have a fucking heart attack because Gus was pretty aggressive. And that's still a pending thing. But I start on the chicken immediately, I got to get it seasoned, and she throws a bag of frozen popcorn chicken on my area and says, this wasn't done yesterday, you need to do this. I said, Nan, I'm making chicken today, okay? And corporate is on their way, and I got to do this. And she goes, well, I have to go on my break. I said, well, I'm sorry, but I'm getting this chicken in the oven before you go on your break. And she's like, I got to go on my break. And I can't even believe it. And so I get the chicken seasoned and in the oven, and she's trying to give me shit to do. And she comes back like 25 minutes later, and I said, Nan, I've got to get this chicken out. She's like, you need to help me. And I said, Nan, I'm not helping you, okay? I said, April said that she moved the count because I told her how busy we were last Friday, and she wanted you to just have to focus on grab and go. You know, I didn't throw you under the bus. I made it sound like, you know, you were trying to help her or whatever. And so Alan says they're here, and Nan goes, you go to break. I said, no, I'm not going to break. I got to get this chicken out. She goes, you go to break. And I said, I'm not doing it. I said, they're down. They were standing by the door. I said, we need to show that we are busy and active. And she's trying to get me to go to break. And I just told her no. I said no. I was so pissed at her. Anyway. So I'm frantically getting the chicken in. Sam, the girl that does the tags, comes back a few minutes later because I got the baked chicken out first. I temped it. It's all on the record. And she goes, I don't think this is done. And I looked at it. I said, Sam, I'm so sorry. And there was no other baked chicken sold. I brought it all back in. I stuck it back in the oven. Sam was totally cool with it. She said, don't worry about it. It's no big deal. And April, if I wouldn't have been so fucking rattled, even though I tempted, I might have noticed that it was a little anemic looking and kept it in there longer. But Nan is so trying to get me up there, and I'm so fucking rattled. And Lydia and them are right there in front of us. And of course, Nan goes out and puts on her show, and she's laughing, and you know how darling she is. And Robert's freaking out. Bosma's freaking out. I'm freaking out. And Nan's out there putting on her fucking show. So anyway, I'm sure you'll hear all about the chicken that wasn't done. Meanwhile, Alan tells Nan to start getting some ribs because Linda has no help, of course, and she needs to defrost ribs. And Nan starts trying to tell me how to do it. And I'm like, Nan, I can't do this. I don't know how to defrost ribs. I've got to get this chicken out because it's like 18 first and 18 second because it's a holiday weekend and it's selling. So I'm sorry, I'm looking at my notes. And it's only 11:30 by this time. So I'm seasoning the second round, trying to get it in, and she says she has to go to the bathroom. So I stop what I'm doing, and I opened a second corned beef, I'm sorry, and I opened a second boar's head pepperoni, which tickled Nan to no end. I'm surprised, and I'll be stunned if those are the only two major mistakes that I made today. I was such a wreck. And I'm like, why doesn't she just leave me alone? And then she, oh God, where's my note? Okay. So wait a minute. So, yeah, so then she starts telling me to go to lunch, go to lunch, go to lunch. And I'm like, Nan, I'm going to go to lunch when I get this second round of chicken out or whenever. And she's like, well, you got to help me. You got to help me. I've almost got Boar's Head done, but then you've got to pack this stuff. And I'm like, Nan, that's not happening. Okay? April did all this yesterday and a truck, and she just, I go, I never bother you since this 4 rounds of chicken thing. I never asked you for help, and you're twice as fast as me. Why do you need me? Anyway, it was just awful. It was just awful. So, you know, you have to help me, you have to help me. And then Alan tells Matt, who's supposed to come into the deli, that he's got to go help Linda. So now Nan goes into overdrive. She's really freaking out. And so she's like, you got to leave me a box of chicken. And I said, well, now, did you want me to season it? And I did that to be mean. I'll say it. I was just being mean because I wanted her to say, yeah, yeah. And I was like, sorry, April said we can't do that. But she goes, no, I just want you to get up here. And I'm like, okay. So finally, I'm so tired of listening to her bitch. I said, nah, just leave. It was like 3:30. I still had another round of chicken to do. Alan's wanting more ribs defrosted. I said, just leave. She goes, no, I want you up here. I have to do back stock. So I just leave the 4th round of chicken and I go up there. And then she starts, you know, taking an hour and a half with the back stock cart. And then she does her thing where she starts showing me all this shit that needs to be cleaned on the floor. I go, I'm not closing tonight. I got to get this 4th round of chicken out and get out of here. She goes, well, you got to get up here and help me. Just help me, help me, help me. And I said, when I'm done, I will help you. And then she takes the soap when I'm taking chicken out of the oven and sprays the whole thing, and I almost fell. Thank God I had on my one shoe because that caught me. She has got to stop spraying soap all over my feet, and I know why she's doing it. She either wants me to fall, she's doing it to be evil. But April, I understand now why Matt can't be around her. I can't. She can't talk to me when I'm there until I get better at chicken or something. Because this was the worst day ever. But me not catching that chicken not being done, and this thing with Gus and Robert that she started, it's just not good. It's just not good. And the only reason I'm telling you this now is because I'm sure if she didn't call you 50 times today, you're going to get hit with all this when you walk in the door, all the things I did wrong and all my fuck ups and everything. And I'm sure I fucked up a lot and made a bunch of mistakes. But April, you know me. You know when I'm making the chicken, you leave me alone and I get it done and I get everything cleaned up. And I'm such a wreck right now. And I don't know. I don't know what to do. Anyway, I'm sorry. You're probably at work by now and sound asleep in the parking lot. I just wanted to tell you my side of things. And I'm really sorry. But damn it, I didn't call you at home. And I wasn't going to text you. But you texted me first. Ah. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow morning or something. If you need to text me or something, I never sleep. So it's fine. She's just got to leave me alone, man. She's got to. All right. Have a good day. I'll see you in a while. Bye.